Hello everyone, it's Old Guardian here. Hearthstone is currently facing its biggest botting problem ever. If you go into Hearthstone Reddit, you can often find posts on the front page by new players or returning players asking like, when are all these bots going to stop? When am I going to be able to play against real players? Yeah, and that seems pretty severe. And now we have actually some numbers about the issue, because Donkey had been doing some data gathering. This is what Donkey tweeted. Extracted these to sate my own curiosity, but might as well share. Win rate equals overall tracker side win rate since the patch for that region plus rank. Alright, so there's going to be some statistics about tracker side win rates. Well, people who use deck trackers typically are more committed than people who don't use deck trackers. So you could expect that tracker users would have slightly better win rate than non-tracker users, especially on low ranks. These are gathered very late in the season. So while ranks don't overall matter nearly as much in the game because your matchmaking is based on MMR until you run out of star bonus, this late in the season, most players have run out of star bonus, so you're actually going to see valid ranks and matchmaking between these ranks. So how bad is it? And this is how bad it is. So here are statistics from various ranks: EU, so Europe server, AM, so Americas, and AP, Asia Pacific server. And if we take a look at the legend ranks, the smaller box first, well, top 100, top legend, top 10,000 legend overall, actually doesn't look too bad. Very close to 50%. So, and in legend rank too, so we wouldn't expect deck tracker users to have a significant advantage on those ranks. So that looks pretty sweet. But then as we start to go down these ranks, Diamond 4 to 1, EU Diamond 4 to 1, 53% for deck tracker users, Americas 55.8, and Asia Pacific 71% win rate, Diamond 4 to 1. Yeah. Overall Diamond EU 53%, Americas 59.6%, Asia Pacific 71%, Platinum EU 54.9%, Americas 68.5%, Asia Pacific 68.6%. So what these numbers tell me is that bots have penetrated Asia Pacific all the way to Diamond 4 to 1, and they're extremely prevalent in Americas, all the way to Platinum, even somewhat in Diamond. So yeah, you can expect to meet a lot of bots on Americas, on Asia Pacific, on Americas until you reach Diamond at least, and even in Diamond, on Asia Pacific until you reach Legend, even on EU, not so much on EU. So EU doesn't seem to be nearly as affected by all these bots, but oh boy. This is something that I suspected, having looked at some statistics on HS Replay. Obviously, I couldn't extract quite the level of accuracy of these numbers. But this is why also when I have been looking at strong decks lately in Hearthstone, I've only been using the EU server. The downside of only using the EU server for statistics is that, of course, sample sizes become smaller, and it takes more time to actually gather important information, to gather any insights about the strength of decks. But the data from Asia Pacific is awful, and the data from Americas also not looking that great. Although right now legend data looks pretty good on all servers. And why is legend data looking better on all servers now? Well, that probably has to do with this one, which is early from February. Throughout last year, we shared several updates with you about our ongoing fight against unauthorized bots in Hearthstone. Yesterday, we dropped the largest banhammer the Tavern has ever seen. Over 135,000 accounts were actioned, targeting bot accounts that real players are most likely to run into on the ladder. And in addition to this action, we actioned about 60,000 accounts throughout the month of January. So almost 200,000 accounts have been banned over the past 2 months. Trying to get bots out of the Hearthstone ladder, and it has succeeded to an extent, because in January there were around 100,000 bots in Legend in Asia Pacific, and according to latest Legend numbers, it doesn't look like bots are playing a lot in Legend even on Asia Pacific, but bots were already on their way there, because they were already in that Diamond 4 to 1 bracket, and the situation has been getting worse. Funki also published these numbers. These are also late season numbers from Asia Pacific region, platinum, win rates of players who use deck trackers, so players who are likely not going to be bots. And yeah, so as you can see, back in 2022, they were winning like 51, 53%, 52% of the time, looking perfectly normal. Then, in 2023, things started to change. In May 2023, 55%, okay, bit of a surge upwards. Then July 2023, 58%, and then September 59.9%, November 62%, December 2023 72% win rate, January 2024 people playing with deck trackers only in Platinum were winning 75% of their games. That just does not happen in Hearthstone. No one wins 75% of their games unless they're playing bots. And here's also a sign of what Blizzard's action did. So Blizzard's activities, Platinum February 2024 down to 68% win rate. So yeah, Blizzard got rid of some of the bots, but there are so many left on the ladder. Now, Hearthstone is a 10-year-old game. Why is botting a problem now? Well, the source of the botting issues can be tracked down to this. Blizzard Hearthstone China servers have shut down January 23rd, 2023. So after the Chinese servers were shut down, the Chinese community has spread to other servers. Botting has spread to other servers in never before seen numbers. And yeah, I don't even know what can they do about it. They have to keep banning a lot of accounts. I mean, they have to keep banning tens and tens and tens of thousands of accounts constantly, because botters just make new accounts and climb again. Yeah, that is a little bit bleak. So if you're a returning player or a new player coming to Hearthstone, you can expect to play against bots a lot. However, there is some hope on the horizon, because as you can see from these numbers, bots will eventually end. At latest, they will end in Legend, and even earlier on EU, even earlier on Americas as well. Asia Pacific is by far the worst. But if you're just playing against bots time and time again, I'm not sure if it's very comforting advice, but just keep playing. As you keep winning, you will eventually get out of that bot bracket and start to play against real players and start to play the real game of Hearthstone. So yeah, the game has a big issue. Blizzard has been fighting it. The fight has achieved some results, because we could see how the win rate dipped down a little bit after 135,000 bans, but it has by no means been able to solve it. But that's the story of botting in Hearthstone in 2024. Thank you for watching. Click like and subscribe if you enjoyed this, and a special thanks to all of my Patreon supporters, YouTube members and Twitch subscribers who make all of these videos possible.